morning. This is Katuke Monique, your optimistic realist, and today we are talking about wives versus women, and a number of other things. So let's get started. Well, guys, I'd like for you to know that this week has been awesome. We really appreciate Sir Roland coming out and interviewing with us. We actually have a lot more questions that he's answered, and we'll be certain to have him back on the show. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing. We really appreciate your support. Wives do submit to their husbands. So if you're married out there and prayerfully everything's going real smooth sailing, we know sometimes there are rough patches, but the key to success is communication. Never give up on your communication, because that is how all issues are going to be resolved. Through communicating clearly, listening to one side and the other side listening to you, so that all issues are out in the open. Try to deal with one issue at a time, or else that's what's known as an argument, when too many issues are in the air. So deal with one issue, resolve it through communication, and if there happen to be any lingering issues, then yes, of course, take that next issue and resolve it with clear communication, where both sides are heard and where both sides end happy. Never let the sun go down on your wrath. That's not cool or fun for anybody. So, to the single men out there, I know a lot of situations have brought pain or hurt into your lives, and I'm a woman, let's be honest. So, the reason I bring men like Sir Roland on the program is because as a woman, I cannot tell you how to be a man or how to become a man. So all I can do is share to you my womanly tips, and maybe today we'll concentrate on just wives submitting to their husbands, keyword wife, and women do not submit to all men. Because let's be honest, if a woman goes out here dating to find her husband, or let her husband find her, shall I say, if she submitted to every guy's will, what you would then have is no longer a woman, but something closer related to a harlot. Because let's be honest, in today's age, society has given us a green light for some strange reason on fornication. But we should actually flee fornication, as if fornication is toxic poison. And it is, because you hurt yourself and you hurt someone else in that situation of things. So society is wrong. Flee fornication is correct. But yes, if a woman does choose to submit to a man, and she's probably only dating one man at a time, because that's how women are, sooner or later, because these two people have not become one flesh in holy matrimony, that man may inadvertently have goals that do not sync up with the best for both parties. And it's no offense, it's just that we have grown quite selfish in today's age, and love has been misconstrued for sex, unfortunately. So husbands actually love their wives, and wives actually respect and submit to their loving husband. So that's just how that cycle goes. But sometimes men and women, we share different opinions, because again, we haven't become one flesh in holy matrimony. So we may not have goals that line up immediately. Take me for instance. Since I am a single young lady, soft single, and just enjoying life, kind of letting business have priority over personal, I have a personal and business line that I do not like to give out initially, because I actually need to establish that I do trust this fella and that this fellow is a man. And even if he's a man that's been hurt and he has unfortunately reverted to boyhood and some mannerisms, he still needs to know that, one, I care for him and I want his health in his mind, in his body, and in his spirit. So I like to feed vegetables. I'm a big vegetable buff, but instead of giving out my personal and business cell, I give out this blank text now number, 248-413, blah, blah, blah. And at times, this has yielded a reaction from a potential beau that I could potentially date to, I guess, throw a temper tantrum. Now, as adults, when we throw a temper tantrum, it could be kind of silly and laughable, but it can also be downright ugly. And you don't want to be ugly with people when you're dating. You want to be humble. You want to be communicative. You want to definitely communicate all of your ideas openly and honestly. I'm actually looking for a gent that is going to grow comfortable being able to express his softer emotions with me, because I am, yearning to be my husband's soft landing. And I know that takes time. I'm not rushing to the altar or running, because I have to get to know someone, and that takes communication. I want a friend that grows into a best friend, that grows into someone that will love me for life, and I will respect him and humbly submit as being his wife. So the temper tantrum can be ugly because most cases, a woman having a temper tantrum, in girlhood, it'll look as though we have an attitude, but we'll still communicate that attitude, let's be honest. Men, when they throw a temper tantrum and revert to boyhood, I noticed that the communication will stop completely. And communication is a building block of how you become friends, best friends, and maybe more to matrimony. But you do have to be patient with people. Everyone has their side of the story. Everyone has a right to fill out the other party on a respectable level. Remember, again, flee fornication, or else you are just a whoremonger searching for your whore. And that's never fun for either party. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to make this video short and sweet. Again, we really appreciate Sir Roland for doing the interview. And leave questions and comments, and we certainly look forward to reading over those and responding. Again, I am Katuke Monique, your optimistic realist, and we will see you again.